Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are watching this latest video. This is the post-match on Up the Reds TV, and it is Liverpool 3, Southampton 1. So let's get to it, shall we? First of all, cheers. 16 points clear at the top of the table. 9 games to go. We are unstoppable. But let's talk about today's game, shall we? So, first half, we started okay. Curtis should have scored, shouldn't he? Pulled his shot, and then Southampton had this 10-15 minutes. It could have been even a lot. It seemed longer, of having umpteen corners against us, and then they scored a goal in first half stoppage time. 9 times out of 10, or 10 times out of 10, Virgil would have dealt with that. He gets in a bit of a mix-up with Ali. I was blaming Ali when I first saw it, and then when I watched it multiple times, do you know, Virgil should have just hooked his foot round it. Should have gone for a throw-in. He let the player get the better of him in there. But even so, I was shouting offside, because when the player collided with Ali, the player's foot was touching the ball, and I'm sure John Joe Shelby lookalike was in an offside position, but they didn't check that. They just give the goal, which was a bit strange from VAR. VAR was funny today. The referee was funny today as well. Apparently he refereed a Conference League game last week, and then he comes into refereeing, or midweek, and then he comes and referees our game, which was weird. I mean, that was his only 5th or 6th Premiership game. So yeah, it was a bit weird. So obviously, we are absolutely hopeless in that first half. The passing, the movement, the decision making. We weren't picking up second balls. Luis Diaz didn't have a very good first half. Nunes did a couple of backtrack things, but nothing else. He had a header, had a shot straight at the keeper. Mo wasn't getting any joy. Midfield looked a bit leggy. And Simicas, he looked like he picked up a knock. And so I tweeted at half time, subs are going to make the difference in this game, and rightly so. I thought Onslaught was ruthless, just like he was in the first game of the season at Ipswich when he took Kwanzaa off, to bring on those substitutions. Just showed, right, I need energy, I need legs, I need brains in there. So that's like the mentality. He probably thought that the attitude wasn't there in the first half, and so he rung the changes, and I'm glad he did, because my prediction at half time was to get these subs on and we will win the game. We'll turn the game round, and he did do. Maka was superb. 93 passes he completed in 45 minutes. That's how dominant we became when he was on the park. He won 3 out of 4 tackles, or duels, whatever you want to call them. Robbo had energy down the left-hand side. He was making the perfect runs, didn't lose the ball, didn't make a mistake. I thought Harvey Elliott had a very good game. He was finding pockets where he could get the ball and keep the ball moving. Again, 21 years old, Harvey. People are talking about him being offloaded in the summer. He's a good lad to have around, I think. If Arne Slot wants a smaller squad, he looks at 14, 15 players, maybe 16, 17 maximum. I think Harvey should be around. So, the tempo's lifted. We get early shots off. The fans in the stands get lifted. Arne Slot asked for fans to be singing, getting in the ground early. I thought they did that in the first half, and it dwindled away, if I'm honest with you, when Southampton were getting a foothold in the game. But second half, obviously, firing towards the Kop end. The Kop was in full voice. They saw the chances that we were making, especially from corners when Maka was taking them. And so, Diaz was a different player second half. Nunes was as well. He got booked in the first half, Nunes, for making a stupid challenge. When he got the equaliser, he went over to the bench, and I would have thought that Johnny Heitinger would have said to him, keep your head. Because obviously, if you remember, he could have got sent off in the Brentford game where he got a brace in that game. So he said to him, keep your head, and obviously he was taken off afterwards. Jota came on. But Endo comes on, and we know what happens when Endo comes on. He shuts up shop. So, penalty. It was a penalty. Ball was bobbing about in the area. Comes to Ryan. Ryan knocks it forward. Nunes is in front of the ball. The player just catches him from behind. It was a stupid penalty to give away, and Mo dispatches it. What I didn't like was their goalkeeper, the ex-Arsenal keeper, running off his line, berating the referee every 5 minutes. Even when it was the handball for the third penalty, which was a handball. Stonewaller, he moves his arm towards the ball, he plays it, and then referee goes to the screen and gives it, and Mo dispatches it the opposite side to where he got his first goal. So, I give Mo man of the match just because there were pressure penalties. Really, we took the lead with his first one, and his second one we needed that cushion of 2 goals, and we got that. So in the second half, miles better. The attitude was right, the mentality was right. Maybe in the first half it was mental fatigue with the players not reading the game properly. But it's another 3 points, 16 points clear, 9 games to go. We're not going to lose this title. We're going to win it, and we're going to win it comfortably at Cantor. I'm not too bothered about Arsenal anymore. I haven't been for the last 3 or 4 games, if I'm honest, of what their situation is. Yeah, they scored a hatful of goals in the Champions League, but that you get those nights like that. They got United tomorrow. They'll probably turn United over tomorrow at United. But we just carry on doing what we're doing. And believe it or not, that is our last game, league game in March. We've only had 1 league game, and it's been against the bottom of the table. And unfortunately, Southampton will get relegated and go back into the Championship where they belong. But they did put up a bit of a fight. But I wouldn't look too much into the first half, if I'm honest with you now. It's just one of those things, on the back of a a very, very heavy leg display against PSG, and then coming into this one. But I just thought the Reds in the stands helped the team through. I would imagine that Arne Slot at half-time would have given him a rollicking, you know, which they would have deserved. But one thing I do like about Arne Slot, he doesn't wait till the 60th minute, 65, 70 minute to make the changes. He will do it at the earliest opportunity, and he did that again today. So, mark my words, we have got a cracking head coach at the top of the table. For us, he's been exemplary, and I liked him even more when he had a go at Oliver. Okay, he had his 2-match ban, which is now finished. Yeah, I liked him, and he gets the supporters, because he's now asking us to get the players over the line at Anfield. We have no problem away from home. The support has always been excellent. But at Anfield, we need to help these lads. 5 or 6 wins will seal the title, but I think Arsenal drop points. And like I say, I'm not too arsed about Arsenal anymore. It's what we do. It's how we do it. And we're doing it just perfect. I mean, we just go from strength to strength, and let's enjoy what we've been witnessing this season. Okay, so my next one's going to be the preview for PSG for Tuesday's game. Incidentally, they made 8 changes today against Rennes. I think they were playing away. 8 changes from our game. So you can see where obviously they're miles ahead in their league. They're first, aren't they? They had 14, 15 points ahead. So I don't know how their game finished today, but I just checked to see about team selection, and yeah, so there was 8 changes made for the starting lineup. So you know where their priorities lie. They rely on Tuesday night, and we have to make it a special night, proper European night, because this is a dangerous team, and hopefully we will have got our memory muscle back for this game, and we are at it from the start. Okay, if you like this video, give me a like, please share it, and if you're new, please subscribe to the channel. That'd be much appreciated. Okay, enjoy your Saturday evening. I'm going to have a few more of these and watch a bit of TV, and back in the gym in the morning. Up the Reds.